there's this stereotype that, you know, health and wellness is more of a lifestyle thing, you know. If I have enough money, if I have an excess of funds, now I can start looking into health and wellness, and it's viewed as a very bougie thing to do. So how do you now break that barrier and tell people, you know what, even you who is struggling, living hand to mouth, you also need to take care of what you're eating?
We definitely need to do that for everyone, because diseases do not choose whether you're rich or poor. So we want to make sure our diets, whether you're just eating basics, if you don't have enough money, so you can afford to buy millet. And millet is really good for healing the body. You can avoid, you can maybe buy something like maziwa lala instead of buying soda. Same price for milk, same price for soda, isn't it? So instead of buying something that has 10 teaspoons of sugar and food color, that's what soda is. They can buy milk, which has protein, calcium, vitamins, minerals. So do you see, even the poor can afford to do that. Instead of drinking soda with a mandazi for lunch. They will change it to, and can you believe I talked about that in the book? Even how to do economy lunch in the city like Nairobi, because it's not just one group. You have to cater to everyone.
And I think even the workforce is very affected by that, because you eat something that's readily available and very convenient for you. So I mean, the more people are eating unhealthy, the more they eat all these foods like pizza, the more people get sick. Why? What is in pizza? It's usually bread and topped with gluten. Pepperoni. Gluten is just basically in all wheat. So in any wheat product, and there's nothing wrong with eating wheat. But some people have an intolerance to wheat, and if you don't have that intolerance, you should not do any gluten-free diet. Because they're becoming like a hip, you know, it's the hip thing to do. I'm on gluten-free diet. And I think that's the thing right now, where anyone with a platform or feels healthy enough and feels confident enough suddenly becomes a health guru. So what exactly do you need to do to have a certification in being a healthy lifestyle coach? Because everyone now, you get on the internet and they have their camera and their lights, that's it. And they give all this insane diets and programs.
And they actually don't know, they need help. That's why they need like a licensed or registered dietitian to teach them, so they can teach somebody else the truth, a good thing. Gluten-free foods are very high in carbohydrate, because if you're not making a product from wheat, you're making it from rice. And rice is heavier than bread. So you end up with more carbohydrates. So it's good for them to know how to do, you know, how to teach others. If you're a registered dietitian or somebody who has at least a degree in nutrition, they'll be able to give you a better guidance. And how do you demystify some of the foods that have been termed bad for you? Because sometimes when somebody says they're going on a diet, the one thing they want to do is cut off all carbohydrates, and they end up just taking spinach, and you know, how do you now do a breakdown of those things? That's the other one. That's what they call keto
diet.
I'm on keto diet, you know, meaning they're not eating carbohydrates. No one can live like that, because our heartbeats and our brain function on carbohydrates. So we need healthy carbohydrates. Milk and yogurt are very healthy carbohydrates, full of protein. Whole grains are very healthy carbohydrates. What you want to avoid is processed things like cakes and cookies and sugar and sodas and beverages that are, you know, any beverage that looks like it has a fruit on it, people think it's very healthy because they put a picture of a fruit. Those kind of things are really pure sugar. So it's good to avoid that, but don't avoid all carbohydrates. You need whole grains as the carbohydrate. Eating a fruit as a carbohydrate is actually healthy. And drinking milk and yogurt. Those are good carbs. We don't need to be on keto diets. And people don't survive on it more than 2 months. And then they give up.
The side effects and everything.
The other side effect of being on a keto diet is they get high cholesterol. So it's very common to see somebody who's been, if you're trying keto for months, after 6 months, if you go for your cholesterol test, it's very high. Because you're eating eggs and bacon and meat all day long for months.